Hello guys, S2W here as your average consumer with your next casual consumer's perspective review. For this pickup, I was actually quite skeptical if I copped them or not, but now they're here, I guess it's official. The reason was because Adidas Canada didn't have a splash page for this release online, so it was madness. My page was still showing coming soon until I hit about the 20th minute mark after its intentional release time, when the screen finally loaded the carding page for me. I only saw 2 sizes left, and this was one of them. Today, I have the Adidas Human Race NMD Trail Holi Blank Canvas by Pharrell Williams here for a review. Thankfully, the size I picked up was the same size I bought for my last Human Race NMD Trail, which I went half size down. My initial intention for this release was to try getting my true to size to see if the midfoot cage can bend less for my wide feet proportion. However, that was impossible after seeing how unresponsive the page became after that heavy load of traffic. But I digress. These Human Race NMD is part of Pharrell Williams' creative design to celebrate human diversity, and the pair I have here today is part of the first Holi collection named as the Blank Canvas from Adidas, inspired by the Hindu festival of spring welcoming, Holi. Within this pack, there comes a total of 3 sneakers and a track top, all designed with a pure off-white cream colorway. However, this model out of the 3 sneakers takes the cake for being the most popular. What's so special about them? Let's take a closer look at these sneakers. For those who missed out on the previous releases, the Human Race NMD collection is not a stranger in terms of Adidas collabs. Originally released with 5 vivid colorways from the 2015 release, they have released again in another 4 different colorways in 2017, which I've reviewed 2 of those in my channel. Now in 2018, they are releasing yet again 4 more colorways with the Holi festivities in mind, with this blank canvas colorway dropping first out of the pack. The upper sports a modern sock-like breathable knit material for that cozy fit, with that contemporary street-ready look for our flexible strides. The knit itself is not really that stretchy like Adidas Prime Knit, however, it is still very adaptable because it's a fabric textile at the end of the day. Honestly, the knit can't stretch much because it's constrained by this beautiful embroidered craftsmanship on each shoe, a standardized design to the Human Race collection released so far. On the right pair, the word world is seen stitched on over the shoe, whereas on the left pair, Hindi is weaved instead, and if I recall correctly from help of a few viewers, I might be butchering the pronunciation a bit, but it's pronounced as smanta, which means equality. Other than that, the upper is a one-piece textile weaved almost seamlessly together, so the tongue at the top of the shoes is part of the textile rather than being separable. They've also added a soft internal toe guard overlay inside for added structure. These sneakers also come with a white rope lace speckled with silver dotted patterns. When I personally see something like this, I immediately think it's 3M, and behold, the dots will definitely become 3M reflective if light shines on it at the right angle. In any case, if you don't like these white laces, they do also come with another set of cream colored 3M rope laces that you can swap out with. As part of the Human Race NMD design, the lacing gets threaded through a unique side caging system just like previous models. This TPU cage donned a white color on this colorway and is very flexible and rubbery by touch, so don't worry about cracking or breaking the cage apart easily. It is also designed with a netted configuration, so if you want to be more special, you can also lace these yourself for that perfect fit and look. We'll also see the staple NMD molded EVA plugs on the midsole, completing its NMD aesthetic and rumored to provide stability by making the cushion more firm. There are 2 plugs on the lateral side profile on these Human Race NMD, while only one is seen on the medial surface. Speaking about the cushioning, the midsole of these shoes are made out of Boost technology, which we all know by now is Adidas' most responsive, bouncy, and to many, comfy. But because it's an NMD, well, the cushioning is definitely more muted than any other popular Boost models, and like I've said, it's probably from the feedback of the sturdy EVA blocks. At the back of the shoes, we will once again see the hanging leather patches iconic to the Human Race NMD aesthetic. On the left pair, we have Pharrell's 3-stripe logo, whereas on the right pair, we will see the Adidas Originals Tradefoil logo. Both of these branding are presented in black, against the thin white leather background for that contrasting exaggerated look. Inside the sneakers, we will see the famous Human Race NMD printed graphic non-removable insole. This colorful graphic shows a reflexology chart, which shows a picture of the feet with corresponding parts of the body, used by reflexologists that will stimulate these areas through massages to promote natural healing powers, and I guess dealing with the idea of an invisible life force or energy flowing through our body. Flipping the shoes over, we will see a rigid and bumpy rubber outsole in white, which is only a design staple to the trail versions of the NMD, made for people who want a harder grip on the floor. So far, only the first 4 colorways of the Human Races were with flat bottoms, so this colorway actually used the same outsole as the second round of the Hue NMD released last year in 2017, and by releases, I mean pairs that are actually available for the public worldwide. Anyways, here are some Adidas Human Race NMD Holi by Pharrell Williams blank canvas fit footage. Sizing wise, I am able to fit these in my half size down without any major problems. However, after a few wears of my last multicolor Human Race NMD, I did start to feel the cage hitting my arch a bit. I'm not sure if going true to size to sacrifice length for a little bit of width is worth it. Regardless, for my case, since these were extremely limited, as I heard there were only 1.5k pairs available online at both Adidas US and Europe, and with only around 50 pairs here in Canada, I'm just glad I was able to secure my pair that I can actually fit in. Comfort wise, they honestly aren't anything too special. The boost cushioning is here visually, but it also doesn't feel like it's here. We all know what an NMD feels like, and it feels just like those. If you haven't tried on an NMD yet, all you gotta know is that the boost feels pretty much stagnant, so the bouncy properties felt on other popular boosted silhouettes like the Ultra Boost, Pure Boost, Iniki, etc. doesn't really apply on this model. Comfort is subjective though, as I know people who do prefer NMDs for its stability and support, but as for myself, I'm really picking this up for that clean aesthetic of this collab. Because I missed out on the Cream Yeezy 350 V2, these Cream Human Race NMD will surely become a nice placeholder to fill that empty void. I haven't mentioned this in the earlier parts of my review, but this model is the first colorway of the Human Race Trails launching this month in March of 2018. Although the release for the pair I have here is over, there are 3 more colorways dropping soon from the capsule called Holi Powder Dye, with 2 of them in a unique bright and smudgy colorway. This is because the Holi festivities is celebrated traditionally with people painting or throwing colored powders at each other, so those designs were to reproduce the colorful aftermath of those celebrations. This blank canvas Holi pair though signifies the base colorway before the festival, so essentially they are also inviting us to powder the sneaker ourselves, or we can just wear it in its pristine condition, which is what I'll do until this shoe gets too dirty to fix. Price wise, these were 340 Canadian dollars before tax. At this price point, it's definitely a fashion or collector's item. It would be a lie to say that the hype hasn't gone over my head a little, especially comfort to value wise, but after seeing these in person, these are probably my most favorite colorway of the Human Race NMD released so far. As always, throw me some likes if you like this video, and let me know in the comments what you think about this colorway. Truthfully speaking, I don't particularly like the Trail Holi pack coming up next, at least not as much as I like these blank canvas. That's it for today. S2W signing off.